For those of you who, like me, grew up watching and reading Curious George, be afraid. Be very afraid. Primate asks the question, what happens when the story of Cujo is told with a chimp? And the answer is very disturbing. Basically, a deaf author and his two daughters are holed up in a Hawaiian bungalow with a cliffside pool, and a chimp that's been taught how to communicate through a bit of sign language and a talking board, thanks to the deaf guy's deceased wife. Unfortunately, things go south very quickly when the poor beast contracts rabies. And it's already too late for him by the time the film really gets going. Overall, it's pretty paint by numbers in terms of rabid animal terrorizes family. But what really stands out, besides the fact that the mostly female protagonists, the two sisters and their friends, being competent in terms of slasher characters and not doing really stupid stuff. It's just the chimp being so smart and rabid basically becomes a slasher of a higher caliber. Anyway, besides the fairly competent human characters, this has got to be some of the best combination of suit stunt work and animatronics I've seen to portray an animal in a long time. This was not Planet of the Apes CGI. This was Planet of the Apes practical. The character of Ben is terrifying in his deterioration from a beloved family friend to essentially a monster, a slasher. And there are moments when what little bit of, for lack of a better term, humanity he has slips through. And it's heartbreaking to see such a beautiful creature turn essentially evil thanks to rabies. And this disease is very real. It affects humans, it affects animals, and it's not pretty. The only saving grace for the characters is the fact that one of the symptoms is hydrophobia, a complete and utter fear of water. And thanks to the family's pool, the potential victims of the poor beast get some reprieve. Overall, in terms of suspense, it's actually pretty decent. And the kills are done practically and very viscerally. I mean, the way they look as well as the way they sound, it's very, very dramatic in a good way. And like I said before, the human characters, they're for the most part pretty likable, and you want to see them survive. So it's all the more tragic when they fail to do so. But the way Ben dispatches them from, well, I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say he goes for certain obvious moves and then certain less than obvious moves. And it is just very inventive. He puts his taught intelligence to good use, well, I should say devastating use, as the disease that's taken hold of him works its evil. So in terms of animal horror, I would say Primate is on the same level as Cujo in terms of believability and sheer terror. over a simple premise. So if you're into animal horror and you thought the Piranha films, both the originals and the remakes, were a little too ridiculous, this one might be more in your wheelhouse. Let's just hope the rabid primate and the cocaine bear never end up partnering up. This is Mr. J signing out and reminding you, protect your furry friends. Rabies is no laughing matter. And if they do get infected, give them peace. But do it quickly, because that disease turns friend into enemy. And after a certain point, there is no cure. So be prepared.